Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of May. Now Sag, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now, I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform. So if you get a message from someone either on YouTube or Instagram or anywhere, that is not me. That's someone impersonating me. Please do not get scammed. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Sagittarius. Now, I am using the Gilded Tarot, and I'm using the Gilded Tarot. I'm using the Rider-Waite Tarot and the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these cards in the description below. You can also purchase the Gilded Tarot by purchasing the Easy Tarot. The other thing I'd say is that less than 50% of the people who watch my content are actually subscribed, and so if you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. All right. I think we're looking good there. I think we're all set up. We're looking good. So let's go ahead and see what's on the bottom of the deck. So energy on the bottom, we have the Magician. So Sagittarius, the Magician is an incredibly positive card to find. This is a card of manifestation. You can see that the Magician possesses all four elements of the tarot in the palm of their hand. This indicates that they have all of the tools, skills, talents, gifts, abilities that they could ever need already within them. This means you do not need to go purchase a course. You do not need to go buy something on Amazon. Everything that you need already is within you. And you can use those skills, you can use those tools, talents, and abilities to manifest something into your life. The thing about the Magician is this needs to come with action, okay? So manifesting is part of it, but you can't manifest without also taking action in your life. And so the problem for the Magician is maybe a little bit of like laziness. And so it's almost like some of you here have an incredibly good idea, or some of you here have a sort of, how should I say this? Some of you are looking to generate a manifestation. And it may be time in this month of May to take action. I'm a Sagittarius rising. I can tell you, I will share with you. I'm looking to manifest. There's a specific thing that I am looking to manifest here in my career on YouTube. And this may be a sign for me and maybe some other Sagittarius people who are watching this to go for it in this month. So let's go ahead and let's continue diving in. So in your overall situation, you do have this Nine of Swords. The thing is, this Nine of Swords, this person is kind of in the middle of having a nightmare. Okay, you can see that they're staying up late at night, they're fearful, and really what they're fearful of is these 9 swords that they feel like are going to come down and hit them, but they don't actually do. And so the thing about the Nine of Swords is it can say that you're making a mountain out of a molehill, or you are maybe acting from a place of fear, you're acting maybe from a place of insecurity, and maybe a little bit of a place of stress and anxiety. And so just know, obviously I'm not here to emotionally invalidate you. If you're going through something, you should feel all the feelings. I'm not telling you not to, but I am saying maybe a good idea to put all the facts on the table. Is the thing that you're fearful of actually happening? Or is it just a figment of the imagination? Or is it just a story that you are putting in your mind? Is the thing that you're fearful of actually happening? Might be a good month for you to put all the facts on the table. Now, in the past, you have the Five of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Pentacles, and you have the Knight of Swords. And so I should say, not only put all the facts on the table, but also take action here with the Magician. Because you could manifest something huge here. We have the Sun in the future column. The Sun is the best card to find in the tarot. You have an Ace here, which is incredible. So some Sagittarius people, you also have another card associated with the Law of Attraction. We'll talk about this more as we go along, but looks very good in this month of May for Sagittarius. It's just working through some type of fear, stress, or anxiety, or a combination of all of them. Now, in the past, as I said, so you have this Five of Pentacles here, and what's interesting is this Five of Pentacles is in the upper row. The upper row is the row of your thoughts. It's the row of your mind. In the past, some of you have had to work through issues around poverty mindset or scarcity mindset or poverty consciousness, or feeling like you were less than, or feeling like you were unworthy. Okay, that is what I'm truly feeling here with this Five of Pentacles in this case. I almost always see it as a mindset issue when it's in the upper row. And in fact, more times than not, the Five of Pentacles talks about mindset stuff. And I would say definitely be in this case, because you have it here with the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is like long-term success in investments. This could be a long-term investment that has paid off. You can see here that this person has planted this tree a long time ago, and now the tree has pentacles that have been growing and they're in full bloom. As you can see it, they're holding the basket, the ladder here, resting against the tree. They are thinking, do I take my harvest now and move in a new direction, or do I allow it to keep growing? You can see as they're kind of looking out to the distance, they're thinking about potentially going in a new direction. And so the Seven of Pentacles on one hand says that your long-term investment may just be ready to harvest. It may just be ready to kind of pay off. On the other hand, it can talk about maybe being a little bit, there may be a little bit discomfort in what you currently do for finances. And with that discomfort, maybe you questioning whether or not it's something that you want to continue doing in your life. Okay, and so I do feel like maybe some of you have put some serious consideration to your financial situation here in the past with the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. I think it's been heavy on your mind here. Along with this, check out, we have the two knights in the corners here. And so to me, whenever I get that in a reading, it means it's going to be a busy period of time for you. Knights represent events in the tarot, or they can also just represent aspects of yourself. But the Knight of Swords is an event that happens so quickly that it may even feel chaotic. Okay, and so this Knight of Swords here coming in, something quick happening, something that you may need, or I feel like something actually, since we're looking at in the past here, something has happened quickly, and I do feel like maybe some of you made a quick decision on an investment, or some of you made a quick decision on some type of financial situation in your life. Now, in the current situation, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Nine of Swords, and you have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so with the Ace of Swords here, we have this in the upper row. Okay, so we see you maybe in the past year having dealt with some maybe self-limiting beliefs around finances, around money, around abundance. But now we see you here in this current situation potentially cleaning those up. The Ace of Swords is an incredibly good card of clear communication, clear thinking, breakthroughs, divine insights. You can see the message here is the word clear. Clear is the key word here. You can see in the background the clouds clearing, making way for something new, making way for the fog to be lifted. It's sort of like getting out of the mud or getting unstuck in life. The Ace of Swords can bring about a new beginning that also leads to a victory. And so I definitely feel like this is good that it's in your upper row, which is you maybe clearing out your thought process and saying, okay, what are things that are working in my mind and what are things that are not working? What is true, what is not true? Some of you putting all the facts on the table and saying, okay, this is an old way of thinking. This is an old way of, an old mode of operating. That's the old Sag. The new Sag keeps their minds and their thoughts aligned towards abundance. Especially because you have the Queen of Wands here, which is a card associated with attraction. The Queen of Wands is not only attractive to other people, but the Queen of Wands is also attractive in the sense that, workplaces want to hire the Queen of Wands because everybody knows that the Queen of Wands can juggle a million tasks and priorities. They're confident, they're talented, and they're fun to be around. And so the Queen of Wands can attract whatever it is that they want into their life, but they must be authentic, and they must be unequivocally the Queen of Wands. This can also be you, by the way. Queen of Wands can be any fire sign, and we are in this Sag reading. So, and remember, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I do not attach gender to my cards. So we have two major messages here of attraction, of law of attraction, and it could be very good for you in this month, but it's like aligning your thoughts and focusing. In the future, you have the Sun, you have the Justice card, and you have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Sun here is a card of, it's the best card to find in the tarot. Whenever I get it in a tarot reading, I don't care where it comes in, it's always a good sign. You have this, and so this can mean a victory, it can mean success, it can mean happiness, but you have it here as well with this Knight of Pentacles, which talks about potentially a financial event arriving. The Knight of Pentacles is something that you've put a lot of energy and effort into finally paying off. They're offering a pentacle out to you after you've done a quality job, after you've worked hard at something. And what's also interesting is the Sun is also paired with the Justice card. Both cards are cards of truth. Anything that is untrue, anything that is not right will be exposed by the ray of the Sun. The Justice card is about karma. It is about the divine scales balancing out and tipping in your direction. It is saying that all parties will get the outcome they deserve. Have you put in the energy? Have you put in the effort? Have you, with the Magician on the bottom, taken action? If you do those things, this month can be incredible for Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and start to clarify. By the way, it's 222 on the clock, so just looked over, I had a hunch, and it is 222. So I've already pre-shuffled these cards. You have the Empress, you have the Knight of Swords, so we have the Knight of Swords twice. You have the Eight of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, and the Two of Pentacles. You know, there may have been a situation here where somebody deceived you. There's maybe a trust issue for some of you, okay? Now I know this is a career and financial reading, and we're gonna keep it like that, but there's probably a trust issue showing up here with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Swords. Some of you have been through heartbreaking situations in finances in the past. I don't see this coming in, I'm not forecasting this. There's a positive change in finances coming in with the Two of Pentacles for you, but in the past there's a little bit of trust issue here. For some of you, that's not gonna resonate with everybody. But the Seven of Swords can be a deception. It can be somebody who's backstabbing. You have it here with the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. And it's not just heartbreak in like, oh, I broke up with my significant other, or I was divorced or whatever. It's not just that. It's like heartbreak in this case would be maybe losing a job, somebody like not treating you well in the workplace, situations like that. Sorry for bumping the camera there. Now, on the other hand, the Seven of Swords can represent you needing to come up with a game plan. Create a battle plan for yourself. Come up with a strategy. This person's stealing swords, but they didn't steal the swords without having a plan in place. So it's time for you maybe put a plan in place, take action. If you can do that, you have this Two of Pentacles here, which is juggling or fluctuating wealth. By default, it's a positive change in finances. You have it in the column with the Knight of Pentacles, the Justice card, and the Sun, which is positive. That's a positive change. It's also because you have it met here with the Eight of Cups, which the Eight of Cups is somebody who's walking away from a disappointing situation. You're ready to let go of the attachments of the past. You're ready to let go of the bullies, the relationships, the people, the situations that no longer work for you and no longer serve you. Those cups that are spilled and empty are no longer in alignment, and you are about to take an empowered step forward towards a more positive timeline for yourself. The Empress here in the past is a major sign of abundance. It's the biggest card of abundance in the tarot. The Empress nurtures something into existence like a mother would nurture their children. And it also says that you have an abundance of resources available to you. You have this Knight of Swords here as well, which is, again, swift action and taking action, going for something, and not looking back. And so you have that twice, and there's a lot of confluence here around you taking action, seizing the day, taking advantage of opportunities. So let's go ahead and take 3 of these Kipper cards. So you have the message card, poverty, house. So it's almost like some of you maybe in the past had situations around real estate that didn't go so well, or I almost see some of you having disappointments around real estate or houses that you've owned. Maybe as a kid you grew up in a bunch of different houses, like you moved from house to house. I think you're ready to let go of that programming. those experiences stay with you. I can tell you personally, I lived in 5 different houses growing up, and those things stay with you. But eventually, you have free will. If you want to let go of that programming, you can do that at any time. You can do that at any time, and you can show up for yourself. And I think some of you are ready to do this. I also think some of you maybe were in the. Some of you may have lost out on, you may have put in an offer on a home and you lost out. There may have been competition there, for sure. But there was some sort of disappointment here around money. I think this is maybe causing some distrust. This is causing some maybe trust issues. And again, I would say don't blame yourself. Don't hurt yourself for that. Those situations happen. So there are definitely better timelines for you coming up here in the future. So thank you so much for being here, Sagittarius. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next reading.